Okay, go live.
Hi everyone, and welcome to AFL Asia's official podcast, How Good's Footy in Asia. We're up to episode 5. I'm your co-host, Matty Gale, all the way in Japan, Osaka, Japan. Joining is my co-host, Billy Bang Bang Krang, former captain of the Vietnam Swans. And our special guest today is one Cambodian Apsaras Sophoan Peou. Nice to see you.
Good to see you guys too.
Yeah. Hey, how's the weather over your way?
It rains sometimes. Sometimes it's really, really hot. But the last few days it's been really bad. It's like in Vietnam as well.
Sounds like Asia. Yeah.
So, Bill, you're in a bit of a storm at the moment. More than a storm in a teacup.
Yeah. I expect some feedback from Keezy on my hair, but I've just escaped the storm and just sitting just slightly out of the rain. All good.
Excellent. We'll quickly switch it up. Japan's up to 89% recoveries of the coronavirus.
That's great.
Osaka's got 19.26 million people. I think we're about 26 active cases, which is fantastic. How's things over in Cambodia?
We have no case right now. Like everything is open except the KTV or karaoke or some club. We don't open it yet, but like mostly restaurant, hotel is starting open like normally. We don't have like a lot of tourists here as well. Also, the government come out with a new law, like a new rules. Like every foreigner come to Cambodia, they have to have like $3,000 deposit to like check with the coronavirus. That's
okay.
Yeah.
So maybe things will change hopefully soon, so people can start travelling in and out of Cambodia. Bill,
Yeah.
how's the coronavirus heading over your way? Is it all cleared up?
Yeah. I mean, firstly, on the Cambodian sense, we're looking to get on the bus and get a game of footy in, and we've actually been having a bit of banter about would we put down $3,000 to get back on the way out, and the answer is overwhelmingly no, not with our touring crew. Vietnam's it might not get the credit from the Western media, but as far as I'm concerned, yeah, I'm not 100% sure about Cambodia, but it's the poster case for the world. It's all clear. Life is normal, even karaoke, everything.
Brilliant.
Incredible.
Yeah. Okay, let's start the official interview. Let's head over to you, Bill.
Yeah. Hang on, let me wake up my phone.
Putting out some spot fires already.
Yeah. So, Sophoan, can you tell us a little bit about your upbringing, growing up in Cambodia? Where were you born? How was your family life?
So I was born between Cambodia and Thai border, and then we moved to the province a little bit, and then I moved to Phnom Penh when I was like 3 years old or 4 years old. So I was like Phnom Penh like a hometown. I don't even know like where's my hometown. And then I start my life with it's an organization, it's an NGO. It's called House My, but in French called like Point d'Enfant, which is like they give us like some education and like some sports, and yeah, that's how it changed my life.
Wow. So how was your schooling, and did you play any sport through your younger days?
We got like basketball, volleyball, soccer, and then for the girls we started like the rugby in 2005. That's how I started rugby first, and then but the boys they already start like in 2000, but like for the girls like we just start in the end of 2005. So yeah.
So how did you come to the rugby club right at those early days? And how old were you in 2005? 15 years ago.
Like 14, 15, I think.
Yeah, okay. So how did you come to the rugby club in its early days?
So they come to our school and give us a training. And so because like we got a field, like a really big field at school. So every time they just like go there, and when I saw the boys got a training. I was like, I never know that sport before. And then they have like a campaign for the girl. So and then I started, and then I started how to learn how to play rugby.
Wow.
Excellent. Let's just go back to that NGO that you spoke about earlier. Can you describe that a little bit more for us? Because I wasn't real clear on the NGO and the impact that non-government agency or non-profit agency had on your upbringing in your life.
Yeah. So basically, the president, they are French. So they moved from France to Cambodia in 1993. That's when I was starting with them. And then, so there they have two big sections for the school. The one section is like for the general knowledge. It like start from kindergarten.
Yep.
And then to like the grade 12. And then after grade 12, you cannot go to university. You have to go to that parts called the professional training, something like that. And then, so also when you're a bit like older, then what is your education? They always transfer you to the professional skill, so you can start your life. You can start to find a job.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Let's just rewind the clock. Cambodia has been through a lot of hardship as early as my lifetime, or as late as my lifetime, and I went over to the ICC tournament and the ICC Cup back in 2018, and just absolutely loved Cambodia, loved the people. But someone who likes culture and history, I got into some of the darker times of Cambodia and visited the killing fields and the Genocide Museum. Your parents, survived that part of Cambodia's history, and I guess you're the first generation that's come out of it. Has Cambodia changed much during that time, and how has it improved? And do the people feel like they've got a better future now?
Yeah. So compared to what happened before, like before Khmer Rouge, like we got like everything here. I mean, like Cambodia can be like one of the country in the world that like been successful like for every factory and stuff. And then after Khmer Rouge, it's just like everything's got destroyed. Mostly they kill like the education people, like the singers, the writers, teachers. So yeah, my mom that time she was a cook, so that's why she's still alive. But I talked to her a little bit about like her family and stuff, and she lost like a lot of her brothers, sisters, and aunties, uncles, grandparents, something like that.
Yeah,
but we don't really.
Here you go.
Sorry, we don't really talk much about it because like every time like you pick up the story, they always like, it's like a sad face. But sometimes like I'm just sneaky a little bit, like ask her a question about what happened to her at that time.
Thanks so much for sharing, because it's a difficult thing to talk about. Even to this day, I remember I was actually born, and it's probably telling my age that it was almost finished when I was born. So thanks so much for sharing.
You're welcome.
We touched on the rugby, and we'll well and truly touch on AFL through the rest of the podcast. But was Gaelic your next step in I guess foreign sports? And how did you come to Gaelic? What was your kind of progression through the sports?
So the first I played rugby, and then I really like it because like it's all about like teamwork and then how you see news people and like traveling as well. Gaelic is my fourth sport.
Wow.
I knew the guys who started playing it, and then I just started and come and train with them.
Yep.
So yeah, Cornwall he started to play AFL right now too with us, which is like we have changing the training together. So I really like it. It's a bit weird to kick the ball, but is I enjoy it. Yeah.
Just on that, like you've gone, we've got involved with umpiring in Asian footy. We'll talk more about that later. But you've been involved with umpiring in rugby tournaments. I'm not sure about Gaelic tournaments, but Look, you've gone and travelled a lot of Asia and even in Australia umpiring rugby tournaments. Can you let us know a little bit more about some of your ventures umpiring rugby throughout Asia and Australia?
How to start is so in 2012 I went to Sydney the first time to continue my level 2 referee. My first one I did in Hong Kong, and then the level 2 I did in Sydney, and then a couple of years later I met a guy who they came here with the team to do a competition here, and then we started talk, and then also they told me about the competition in Darwin. So, and then they started arrange the visa, they started arrange the accommodation and the flight. The first year when I went to Sydney, I got my visa just of like less than 8 hours before my flight. And then so they bought my flight straight away to Darwin. I was like, I'm not gonna make it. And then they called me like, yeah, you got it. So yeah, it was exciting. Yeah, like Darwin is like my second city to I went to visit there. It's really nice. It's really hot there, but it's feel like Cambodia as well. This year it was my third year I was in Darwin to referee rugby. Hopefully like next year is gonna be okay with the corona thing.
Any other countries in Asia where you've umpired or played Gaelic?
I was in Bangkok one time. That's it.
Yeah.
I've seen you umpiring in Saigon. You've taught me a few rugby rules.
You play as well.
I try.
Yeah.
So you played in 2016. There was no such thing as AFLW in Asian footy, and you played in the first exhibition game at the Champs. How did you come to be there on that day? That was in Saigon also.
It was so funny about that because like Peter Cookie, he told me about, oh, you want to come to Saigon? We're gonna start AFL, blah 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 blah. So that time from our side we got 4 people. We got Hannah, we got Tracy. Hannah's an Australian who live here.
Yep.
Tracy's Chinese. I don't think she play anymore. And Zainit, but now she moved back to the States. So and then I come to meet Cookie at the field in Phnom Penh. We got only like 45-minute training, not even 1 hour. Yeah. And then we go to Saigon like the next day. And then when I go there, we have no fully like team at all. So they mixed up the girl from Hanoi, Saigon, and Cambodia. And then we just divide by 2 teams, like the red shirt and the white shirt. And yeah, that's it. And then the first time, because I played rugby before, so sometimes I do the sectioning like with rugby. I was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. It's just like a bit confusing sometimes, but yeah.
So that's fantastic. Really good story because you're one of the pioneers of Asian women's footy. So superb story. And I'm really glad that you had your shirt on. Bill's got his Vietnam Swan shirt on. I'm in teaching attire today, so but I do have a Vietnam Swans Echo holder downstairs in my area. Now, the Cambodian Apsaras is one of the biggest success stories of AFL Asia, particularly AFLW history. And I think it was one of the first teams formed in Asia. What's it been like playing for the Cambodian Apsaras, and what sort of enjoyment has it brought to your fellow Khmer players and also those expats as well?
It's feel different, like from rugby, what I have with the girls, and then with this girl, mostly like they're from the NGO as well, and also the problems, like some of them like really small. I am small, but like some of the girls like they're really small. And look at the back too, like from the girl from Malaysia, Singapore, or even Vietnam, they like double size of them. They just like can carry them to like, oh, I'm gonna take this girl to the field. But it was fun. We share like a lot of training together. We even outside of training, we have fun. Basically, it's like a new family, you know, even with the boys as well.
Yeah. Just on that, look, it's been massive. I think Cambodia's got one of the highest percentages of local Khmer players in Asia. And what has that really brought for you and your fellow Khmer teammates? Because you're representing your country, which is probably something you wouldn't have done otherwise, and the opportunities that come from that.
This is a kind of hard question though. Because like when I play rugby, like I represent my country as well, but like it's just like kind of like the sport that most of the girls don't want to play because they say, oh, it's so violent. I don't want to break my arm, I don't want to break my leg. Also, like the family is important because mostly the parents always say like we don't want to see their kids to broken legs or hands or whatever because it's just like a culture like girls should not play sports, which is really happening here right now. People always say when girls play sport, they're not girls. They are lesbian or like they like skirt, you know. And it's kind of like sometimes when I heard that like with some the old people at the countryside and stuff, I was like explain them like what I've been through, where did I go, where I traveled to. Even my mom right now, the first time when I start playing rugby, she's like, nah. And then every time I travel, she's like, are you going again and again and again? I was like, yeah, mom, but it's just like a culture. But in the end of the day, like it's like your turn as well, like to improve yourself, to show yourself like what you can do, what you're capable of. Anyway, like you're gonna stop whatever happened to you right now.
Brilliant.
We're getting a few comments from the live audience. Jared Wendell's, I don't know if you can read this. He said, "Get stuck in, you legend, Sophoan. Apsaras for life," which actually leads into my next question. You're extremely popular within the Apsaras, one of the highest energy teams in Asia. Where exactly have you travelled to play in tournaments with the girls?
So we've been to Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia. I think that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
What's the and you're not only just a very popular female with the Apsaras team, but just Asia wide. I've got so many photos of you hugging players from other teams, whether it's local players or Irish players, American players, Aussie players. Just love getting amongst it, don't you?
A lot of people, my friend, even like the team from here, especially like Randy, he's always like, oh, is she like the violent sport, you know? It's like, I don't know. I just like it, especially like when I start to referee at rugby. It's feel like you can see like the side from the players and then between the player and the referee. Because like the first time I met Bill, I was like, I don't like this guy.
That's like, normal.
It's like they keep talking all the time, and it's like, yeah. So and then I don't know. I don't know. I just like it. I really love being referee and umpire. I just love it.
We'll get on to that now. So I was informed by the Cambodia Eagles that they had I think it was about 5 or 6 umpires that were interested in getting some training and becoming accredited. And just so happens that you were one of them, and which is fantastic. Look, I've really enjoyed mentoring you over the years. What does it feel like to be the only Asian-born female accredited AFL umpire in Asia? How does that feel?
It's feel good. It's feel like, oh, I'm the face, you know? But also like I want to have more training, more games, and also like, cause like for me, for rugby, I went I took the course, but I want also with the AFL as well. If I want to start this, I want to maybe like take it properly. Because like for you, so like, cause like for you, like you know, probably like know how to do it properly more than me. But for me, it's like sometimes when the players like talk back to me, it's like, I'm right or I'm wrong. I don't know. But every time like I see you and you told me some stuff, and also like I talked to Toby as well, Toby Lee from Melbourne.
Yep.
He teach me a lot as well when I was in Shanghai, and sometimes we still talk on Facebook like how to do the game and stuff, and it was good. I was enjoying it.
What advice would you give to any Asian-born female or male, for that matter, about getting involved and being an AFL Asian-born umpire? What sort of advice would you give them?
My advice, maybe like enjoy yourself while you're doing it, because like as a player as well, like you want to do your best in the game. You want to play good. You want to see or show your team like how to do to go together, because as umpire for AFL, because you just not doing by yourself as well. You got like maybe the other two umpire in the field, so it's how like the umpire work together as well, not just maybe less grumpy in the game because like of the chit chat, you know. Sometimes like just do your game, you know, enjoy yourself. I think like mostly you just like enjoy yourself in the game. I think that's my important part, and then do the game properly. Yeah.
So the neighbours here looks like they're getting into their afternoon karaoke session. I'm trying to keep the background noise down, but forgive me if some of it gets through. Now you mentioned it a little bit before, and maybe if I'm going to get thrown under the bus again, just change the name. But have you copped any significant abuse as an umpire? And if possible, could you tell us what's the worst thing anybody said? Like I said, change my name, could be Ben or Brian. So I'm pretty worried.
It's happened a lot of time, especially it happened in China Cup in Bangkok as well. One of the guy from the team, I'm not gonna say which team, because
Good.
and then he just like talking like you should not be umpire, you know what I mean? Like, and it's like, okay. And also like when I was in Malaysia, I was like hanging out and walking with my friends, but like he's like quite old, and then people just like look at you like, what is going on? You know what I mean? Yeah, I got a lot during the game, outside the game, even rugby as well. So, but for me, for the first couple of years, I feel like it's really hard for me. Like, if I feel like I should not do it anymore, like I should give up. But like a lot of people like give me support, and you know, I just don't care what the people say because I didn't know what's going on in your life. So, and then just keep doing what you're doing. But sometimes I stand up for myself as well, not because like I should not do it, but I just like, if you don't know what's going on in someone's life, don't start it, you know.
Yeah. Kero from Vietnam's popped up, as he often does. What he wants to know: what game do you find easier to umpire, rugby or AFL? Good question, Kero.
I would say like it's not quite different, but I think that maybe rugby is a bit like harder. Yeah.
Okay. Why is that?
The fight can be harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And the people can like, I got like abused like during the game so many times, but also like being a referee, it's just like you have to understand about the players, or you just keep warning them. Also like in rugby, you got like yellow card and red card, but in AFL as well. But normally we don't do a yellow card and red card, right? So sometimes they say something stupid to you, and it's like, what should I do besides like give like a free kick all the time? Yeah.
And I'll go to another question. Sorry, were you going to say anything more? Yeah.
No, all good.
Another one who pops up fairly often in AFL Asia circles, Yoshi from the Osaka Dragons has asked, how do you become sorry, dingoes. How do you become motivated with your umpiring? And do you keep in touch with many of the other fellow umpires in AFL Asia? Thanks for the question, Yosh.
That's a good question as well, because with rugby, all the referee I know, like they are a bit older than me. So yeah, I still keep touching with them. But for AFL, the guy who live here, I don't really see them at all. I don't even know where are they now. Maybe like some of them still in Phnom Penh, maybe go back to Australia. I'm not sure. I still keep in touch with Matt. Sometimes he talks to me, sometimes not. I still talk to Toby. That's it.
Good.
Yeah.
So your passion for umpiring, for the sport is incredible. But it really came to the fore last year with the Shanghai Cup, and you actually started a GoFundMe campaign to get yourself up there, and there was a few complications along the way. But can you tell us a little bit about that process and then that tournament?
So basically, Matt gave me a call, talk about the Shanghai Cup, which like he want me to go there. So, and then he was telling me about like the funding, about like the that like they cannot provide to you. So I was thinking about finding the money by myself. The first time I talked to a few of my friends, I've tried a few websites as well, but they always asking for like having an account in USA, which I cannot. So I talked to one of my friends, Christine. She played here as well. She was talking to me about the GoFundMe. So we tried it. I sent a couple of links to like a lot of links to my friend, and then a lot of people like here they support me. Even some friend who know me from rugby, they give me some money, and we put it all together. And then apply for the visa is a funny part, because they say when I started doing it, I thought you just go to agency, you can do it, but you can't, because like I never been to China before. So if you are boys, it's easy, just like go, it's fine. But you're a girl, because something happened over there. So at least you have $20,000 in your bank account, or you have to get the invitation letter from Shanghai government. So basically, which I talked to Matt that he cannot get the letter. So, and then I talked to the guys here. Oh, I forgot his name. The previous president here. Higo, yeah. So he put the money in the bank for me, but which I have to create the account from the Chinese bank. I cannot have like my local account or any bank account, so I have to like have a Chinese account. So yeah, we did it, and we got paper. We got to China's embassy, and yeah, I got the visa just the day before I fly out as well, and I got support from my friend from Peter Cookie. I got support from basically like this trip is like it's nightmare, but it's also special as well, because like I got so many friends who support me. I mean, like from even like with the money, from their heart message or whatever. It's feel like I feel great. Even just like you got a visa just like the day before you fly out. So, and then yeah, and when I got there, I saw this guy. And I was like, it's happening. Yeah. So yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was a pretty amazing experience, really. That
it's crazy.
Got you in the Shanghai to start off with.
Yeah.
You know, we're really lucky that Higo was involved, I think, in the banking sector. And, you know, he managed to get the $20,000 US into your account and the process. Like, there was times where you gave up a few times. I said, no, we'll keep trying. And, you know, eventually got there. How did you enjoy the Shanghai Cup and the whole Shanghai trip, you know, hanging around with the Lions players and the mascot Yoshi and just the whole experience? How good was that?
It was good. It's cold. And it's raining. It was raining before the time. I'm sorry, I'm from Asia. And like I see like the people who, you know, from the Singapore team, the Wombat. I saw some old friends over there as well, which like when they come to Cambodia or they go to Thailand when we have a competition. So it's good to see old friends. And then the next day but my problem at that time is like I want to umpire the big boys. I can't remember like they have two division, right? And I want to do like the first division, but I didn't get it. But all good, I still enjoy it. Got like I met like a few new guys over there as well. They're really nice. One of the guy, I can't remember his name. He's a player as well, but he also helped us like to umpire the few game as well. Which is like, it's so funny. Like while like he running and he stopped in front of my face, like, what happened? I was like, keep playing, don't stop distracting me. But yeah, it was good. Also the next day we went to see the game. It was amazing. It's like my first time I see like the real live AFL game. But it wasn't Sydney. I just see the field, but I never see the game. But I don't know. I'm happy because like when I was in Sydney, I see the real game as well, which is like what I never ever expect before in my life, and it's happening. You know how even I did, and also I can see like the player as well. I got some signature like on the goal paper, so I'm happy. It was good. It was a good experience. Like, yeah.
Were you blown away by the size of the actual playing field, or blown away by the size of the players themselves? Because they're pretty massive compared to, you know, AFL players like Yoshi.
Those guys are really big. You're like, but the rugby guy is bigger. They quite tall, but like the rugby guy can be like shoot. But yeah, so I don't know. I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed the hit over there. So it was really good game. So yeah.
So what are you most looking forward to after this whole kind of strange COVID time has cleared up?
Go back to the game, play, and see you guys again, and probably hopefully like I can join like a couple more tournament, because at the moment I was there for the game and then helping some of the, if I go to Vietnam and then you guys need umpire, I can start to do it for you guys also in Bangkok or whatever. But also like the tournament in Shanghai is really huge, it's really big. Like I want to have kind of that tournament more, that I can not just traveling but like see the new experience of being an umpire for AFL, like what I'm doing right now with rugby as well. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well done, well spoken. We're coming up to our weekly, I don't know what we call it. We call it the tribal sport friendly fire round. Just hang on, might be a notice.
No, that's the friendly.
そろそろ片付けをして、ご助にはようにしてください。仮入部の1年生に連絡します。そろそろ帰る支度をして5時には下校するように。The
beauties of a live feed. Wow, we've had them all today.
We just got the Vietnamese toot in the background with the Vietnamese vice principal giving their grade ones just a reminder for tomorrow. So I could pick up what was going on, but not much of it. But Yeah, this is going to happen in some of our AFL Asia, How Good's Footy in Asia podcast. But yeah, we are up to the trouble spot friendly fire round. Over to you, Bill, to fire some spot fires over to Sophoan.
Okay. I think these are going to be an extra interesting perspective, given that you've umpired so many teams, whereas most of the players, you know your own team ins and outs very well. But Sophoan, I think you might have some dirt on a lot of Asian footy players. So let's see. Firstly, to you, have you got any nicknames?
So.
So.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What clubs have you played for before?
Just
List the clubs. Apsaras, obviously, but
Just
across any other sports. Tell us about your Gaelic and rugby teams.
the Gaelic is I can't say that word. It's like a Irish word. I'm sorry, I can't say that word.
That's all right. Normally it's the green team.
Yeah.
What's
sorry.
what's the girls' rugby team in Phnom Penh?
Not a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apsaras is the only one that counts, which is lucky. How many years have you now been playing footy in Asia?
Start from in 2016. So it's like, let's say 3 years. Yeah.
Coming in the fourth.
3
Yeah.
2 months.
What's your favourite position to play?
Maybe kicking goal. I don't know.
Yeah.
So playing as a forward?
Yeah, but normally like my coach or Peter Cookie never put me there. So
yeah, coaches are like that. What number do you like to wear when you're playing?
10. I play
Number 10.
rugby number 10 as well.
Do you have an AFL team that you follow?
No.
Not at all.
I do watch it, but no.
For example, who were you going for in last year's grand final? Tigers and Giants.
Tigers?
Okay, get on the winners. Who would you say who is the best player in AFL Asia? Or if that's too hard, you can name a few best players.
Like for the girls or for boys?
Both, definitely both.
Oof. It's hard. For Singapore, I met them once in Malaysia. Wait, in Pattaya, so I'm not sure.
Yep.
For Malaysia, I can't remember her name. She's a captain of Malaysian team.
Yeah, Lindsay.
Lindsay. Also like Katie, like she moved back to the state now. She's really good as well.
Yeah,
but
Katie
like,
from the Hong Dragons. Yep.
Oh, that's Hong Kong. Sorry.
That's all good.
The Vietnam. There's a few. Like, oh gosh, I'm so bad with names.
Sorry, I put you on the spot here. No, it's not a catch out question. It's just good to throw a few names around. Any of the men that you've picked up on while umpiring?
None of them.
Yeah, fair enough. This one you can't dodge. Who's your favourite teammate at the Apsaras?
Everyone.
Okay. Who's the most annoying Apsara?
Ooh, that's a good
This one
question.
can't be everyone. Yeah, there's no escaping.
It's like Gal.
Okay.
That'll get
yeah. Who are your most difficult opponents that you've played? The toughest team to play against?
Maybe one of the girls from Malaysia.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, she's
what's
always
your
on me all the time.
everything? What's your best AFL Asia memory? We've touched on a few already.
Maybe like in Saigon when we both win, like the women team and the men's team win.
Yeah.
Because like normally, every time we have both team game, the girl lost, or the boy wins, or the boy lost, or the girls win. But one time in Vietnam, Saigon, we both win. It was like,
Yeah, fair enough. Proper club domination. What's your favorite meal?
oh. So in here we call some law cocoa. It's like a lot of like veggies in there and with coconut cream. It's like, yeah.
Okay, I struggle a bit with the Khmer food, so I'll need some tips next time we're on tour.
Okay.
Do you prefer cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Okay. What would be your favorite holiday destination? Somewhere not too cold, not too hot.
India.
Okay. 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 You can choose 4 people to invite to a dinner. Anybody in the world. Who would you choose? 4 people you would love to meet for 1 hour.
My mom, my little brother, my big sister, and my little sister.
Okay, and 1 non-family person just to spice it up. 1 outside family person to join you.
Maybe Peter Cookie.
Good choice. Good choice. What's your favourite thing about playing footy in Asia? I hope Cookie's watching, by the way.
My favorite thing.
Yep.
I don't know, like being the team, like play together and how we play and enjoy each other company in a game, or even like with that team as well. Like it's competition. Yeah, you want to win, you never want to lose, but like it's competition. So you have to be lose or win. But like in the end of the day, like how you enjoy yourself with that team and in your team as well. I think. Yeah.
What would be 3 things that people may not know about you?
So I think when I start my new life in Phnom Penh, I used to work at garbage dump.
Wow.
I used to have no food, and I lost my little brother.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
No, all good, thank you.
What for you? What does the future of AFL in Asia look like? Footy in Asia. What do you think it can be, or where would you like to see the sport heading in the region?
What I can see, the new thing is like from Indonesia, they starting having a girls team, which is I am really excited to see them, like to play with them, because like last time I heard the boys like Peter or the other guys talking about like, oh, should we go there? How can we go there? Because like it's depending on like the funding, you know, because we have like a lot of the local players, so which is really hard. But we're looking forward to play with the new team. Like Singapore, we played once in Pattaya, which is not enough. So because like normally we play like mostly it's Vietnam. Time Malaysia. Yep. So we want to play with the new teams, and I think it's really getting bigger, like rugby in Asia as well. Yeah.
So really more teams, more opportunities to play new teams, visit new places. Just while we wrap up the tribal sport round, Yoshi's jumped in and he's trying to help you out here. If you need an AFL team, he said, come on with him and support the mighty Saints. And I think Yoshi's up and about this week after the Saints came back from lockdown looking pretty good.
He was crazy at that time.
Yeah, I can imagine.
He was like dancing, singing, and stuff. I was like, it's Yoshi, you know, it's happy man.
Well, let's see what happens if they hold that form for a few more weeks. Probably a bit of commiserations to Root, who was the big loser from the massive AFL Asia footy fans on that weekend. The Bulldogs are looking very average so far. But would you consider jumping on the Saints with Yoshi? Sorry, Yosh.
Sorry, I don't have a team. It's so hard because like I just like pick up what I do every time I watch the game. I was like 2 teams, so I just like choose one. Like maybe sometime like they have the player which I don't like, so I don't choose them.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that makes every game relevant. Yeah.
Just on that, we need to thank our sponsors, Tribal Sport. We got interviewed when we were doing the intro there. Tribal Sport is AFL Asia's preferred apparel provider, and we thank Big Lakey and the team at Tribal Sport for their support over the last few years. Everyone's doing it tough, so if you're interested in getting some new apparel for your club, please contact Lakey or get in touch with us and we'll put you in touch with the great man. So thanks very much to Tribal Sport for their friendly fire round. You did a really good job. Really appreciate your honesty, particularly with the 3 things that people don't know about you. That was outstanding and pretty inspiring. And I could see Bill's face. He was pretty shocked and I had some goosebumps. And no one's been able to answer that particular question since this has been going. So real credit to you.
Yeah.
We need to wrap things up. It's been absolutely delightful to have you on board today. As one of AFL Asia's most popular females, we love your commitment to the sport, your passion for the sport, your involvement as an umpire and a player. It's absolutely sensational. And thanks very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right, this is Matty Gale from AFL Asia's podcast. How good's footy in Asia? Thanks, Sophoan, for joining us. Thank you very much to Billy Bang Bang Krang as well. Have a fantastic day. We'll catch up with you again next week. Bye for now.
See you guys soon. Bye.